Oh, excuse me. Well, hello. It's Dexter. I'll start again.
During the meanwhilest. No.
Well, hello. It's Dexter and me with another Tech Tuesday, and it's going to be our last Tech Tuesday for a few weeks. After Saturday's video upcoming, we're going to have a short little break. Starting off with a disaster. This is my Nikon 105mm macro lens, the lens that I love more than life itself. No, that's not true, but it is my favourite lens of all time. The other day I was getting my a lens down off the top shelf, and this was on my D700 sitting on my desk. Anyway, I dropped the lens I was getting down.
Oh my God!
Managed to break its fall, and it kind of just grazed past this one, which was on the desk anyway. My first thought was to test out there's the 24-85 that I dropped, so I put that on the camera, tested it out, and it was fine. So I thought, got away with it, no problem. Yesterday then I went to take some macro shots with this, put it on the camera, and I thought, there's a bit of a rattly noise, and had a look inside, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see in here, but all the aperture blades have become dislodged and are now residing loose in the lens barrel. So it's a case of ringing around for some repair quotes. Anyway, this lens actually forms part of today's video. I'm going to introduce you to you probably know what the kit is, my sub £1,000 full frame kit. Now, there's not an awful lot you can get these days, camera wise, for less than £1,000, certainly not new anyway. But like a lot of you, I'd imagine, I tend to shop around in the used market, particularly here in the UK. We've got a couple of excellent companies. We've got MPP, we've got Wex, we've got Park Cameras, Clifton, and even my local Swansea Camera Centre got some regular second-hand bargains. But I wanted to see how good a kit could you put together. Not, a budget kit, but a kit on a budget. And to that end, I priced up my D700 kit. Now I've got a Nikon D700 with an 18-35 wide angle zoom, a 24-85 standard zoom, the 75 to 150mm sort of like telephoto-ish lens, and this now broken 105mm macro. And that entire kit, together with combat flash card, a compact flash to SD adapter, a compact flash reader, some spare batteries, a circular polarizer to fit a 77mm thread, and what else? A remote release cable. All came in at £974. £974 for all that. And it got me thinking, do you really need anything else? I mean, okay, it's old kit. That's the biggest problem with it all. It is now pretty ancient stuff. I mean, the camera was released in 2008. This lens came out in 2006. You look at around about all of it is at least 15 years old now, that kit. But if you shop carefully, particularly if you stay away from perhaps buying privately on eBay, but buy from a reputable retailer, you are going to get the peace of mind of a 6, sometimes even a 12-month warranty with even this old kit. So that really is the only downside, is the fact that it is old stuff. you know, all right, it's not professional grade gear, but you can get professional grade results from it. What you're losing with the more budget lenses, I guess, then is features. You're not really losing image quality, but you're not going to get, you know, like an f2.8 you know, constant aperture throughout the zoom range. You know, you're going to get, is it 3.5 to 4.5 on that 24 to 85. You know, you're not going to get things like that. You're not going to get, like, you know, rapid and autofocus motors, those sorts of things. But you can still get very, very pleasurable, very good results from this equipment. Now, with my kit, obviously I've got the D700. I've done like individual reviews of all this equipment in the past, and I'll link to them either in the card above or in the description below, if I remember. So yeah, I'm not going to like review it all again, but the D700 is a more than capable full frame camera. The only thing letting it down is the fact it's only got one card slot, not two. So you don't know if you are using it for pro work, you know, you haven't got a backup if it all goes wrong. But the results you can get from this camera are absolutely rock solid and outstanding. I've taken some of my my best macro and nature images with that D700 and, you know, my 105 macro lens, and latterly with the 24 to 85 as well. I've shot some really, really nice coastal seascapes with it. You know, it's a more than capable performer right through its zoom range. It doesn't distort that much. It's certainly perfectly crisp and sharp from like f5.6 to f16. You know, it's absolutely fine. The 18 to 35 is a little bit of a different beast. It's a fun lens to use, and you can get some fun results from it. But its distortion at its widest end is off the scale. It's off the scale. It's quite funny, actually. If you use that to your advantage, you can create some nice twisted perspective images with it. You know, really sort of emphasizing the foreground elements of your image. You know, and utilize that 18 millimeters. Otherwise, stick away from the 18 millimeter end, and you'll be absolutely fine with it anyway. The 75 to 150 gives me that short telephoto range, but you know, the color reproduction of that lens stands the test of time with anything that Nikon has produced, you know, before or since. It renders a lovely image. You can get them for about 40 quid, those lenses these days. Yeah, from a £40 lens, you are getting some lovely images. And this 105mm macro, well, it is my favourite lens of all time. Once I get this repaired or get a new one of the two, see how much the repair quotes are for it, I can get a new one for about 275, something like that. Then I will do another full-on review of this lens because I like it that much. But yeah, so you know, you can get really good versatile gear that will do any photographic job you ask of it for really very little money these days. Very little money. If you're prepared to go down the APS-C route, and I had a look at pricing a kit on MPP the other day, and you can do this whole thing for less than 800 quid, you know. And I'll pop up the my little shopping cart that I compiled, and that really is, you know, that's outstanding. Really is outstanding value for money. With the move towards mirrorless, DSLR cameras are, I know, falling out of fashion, and I'm a mirrorless user. You know, for most of my work, my majority of my landscape and my nature work or whatever, I do shoot Fujifilm mirrorless cameras. But as more and more of them come onto the second-hand market and seem to be holding their prices, the prices of really good DSLR kits seems to be on a bit of a downward spiral. But that's not going to last forever. I feel already that the market is kind of bottoming out, and it's only going to go one way, I think. So I think if you want to get into this, sort of cheap kit, I think you need to act pretty fast. Yeah, all right, you might get laughed at as well if you turned up to a professional gig, rocking 15, 16-year-old kit, but people who know, they'll know that you're a serious photographer. And if they don't, just point them to your artistic man bun and your dodgy facial hair, and they will soon know that they are in the company of a
Photographic genius.
All right, that is it for this week's Tech Tuesday from Dexter and me. We're back on Saturday with a video, and then we are having a little break, as I said. I think I'm over my rib incident now, but I did have a little bit of an infection after it. Whether it was caused by that break or not, I don't know. But I went down with a fever, headaches, pains all around here and everything. So it just wore me out. I am absolutely. You can probably tell from the sort of completely discombobulated way that I'm speaking that I am exhausted at the moment. I am completely exhausted, and I need a rest. I'm going to catch up on some reading. My mate lent me this. I thought it was Brian Johnson, the cricket commentator. But Brian Johnson, The Lives of Brian, the AC/DC singer. So I'm going to catch up on some of my reading over the next few weeks. Right, as I said, that is it. So stay safe, stay well, look after yourselves, your loved ones, your little pets, and look after your equipment as well. Don't be like me. Don't be a muppet and break it. Okay, and be nice. All right, be nice, and we'll see you on Saturday. All the best. Bye-bye.
I'm leaving on the 5 train. Don't ask me when I'm coming back again. I reckon it's only a matter of time before the law kick in the door. Mother, I'm running out of change, but I had to phone to let you know. They'll never take me alive. They'll never take me alive. Mother, I killed someone. It wasn't that I hated him. You see, he was trying to stop me. But he found out I'd go the whole way. They'll never take me alive. They'll never take me. I can't tell you how I feel. Maybe you don't wanna know. Maybe. But anyway, I love you so. They'll never take me out.